Madam Mayor, GS, brothers and sisters, I just want to say a few things that may not be known about Ronald, apart from things that we obviously know about him. Ronald and I became friends since around 1980 through a mutual friend of ours, a guy named Sam Peters. I think Sam and Ronald were UG students together, and we struck up a good friendship since then. And then he went away, and I think about the mid-90s I saw him again. He had just come back, and he was writing for Starbuck News. Ronald was very much interested in Africans developing economic ventures. He was very concerned about that, and he felt strongly that even though the government might not have been doing things to empower Africans, there were things Africans among themselves can do at a community level to build their lives. And so he organized a small group of us, mainly social work colleagues. I remember people like Michelin Payne and her husband, Cornell Wilson, Trevor Ben, who is now the Lands Commission, Ulrich Captain, Christine King. A couple of us used to meet every Saturday at what was then the book center. And we crafted an acronym, WEALTH, with Enterprising Africans, Let's Take Heart. And it was a small little group that tried to do things to help people, whether it was an individual problem one had in the government ministry, probation, social work issue. I was a person that he looked to for community development and cooperatives development and small business. And we did a number of things quietly. When the people of Annandale decided that Buxtonians shouldn't go to that market, this group, headed by Ronald, organized the Buxton market because they had blocked off. This is recent, they had blocked off people from going there. And then when the people from Annandale felt the pinch, they removed the blockade. But it also told a story, because if you don't have links to the wholesalers and distributors, then you couldn't compete properly too. So Ron's always concerned about people like McDonald's, say support McDonald's, but McDonald's can't sell like Tulsi or Gaffurs and so on. He was a realist. So that's one part I want to bring out about him, economics, cooperatives, community development. The other part I want to highlight about him is that he was a very forgiving person. When Ronald went on TV and started to say, "Buy Black," a group of very powerful African people in society came together to shut him down off of that channel. I remember he always speaks about the QC cabal. He said, Derek, when you look back at this country, QC people broke up this country, you know, all the leaders were from QC. And they're very clannish. He always had that. He used to say that. And I lived to see that when one of the biggest private sector companies was under attack, where they were going to have a run on that business to buy the shares, it was Ronald that the CEO of that company turned to go back and say, support this business this guy needs, don't let it go down. Very big company, and don't let it go after a foreign Caribbean company. And he said, Derek, what are we going to do? We got to look after our own. And they actually ran him down, ran him away from that. So he's very forgiving and caring. The other thing is that he told me he's ready to die for the cause. We used to go up at Anne's Grove. Anywhere Ronald feel he could have organized people, them themselves, he did. He used to pick me up, we go up at Anne's Grove. There were a group of ex-soldiers who wanted to get the housing done, because he felt that even though the government was suppressing people at that time, said people, you still had people in every agency. And please take note of this. You had people in every agency they could have gone to look after the interest of the oppressed. And I'm saying this because it was happened then. Good. And so he knew how to network. And he never gave up on the system. When Ronald funeral procession was taking place, I see Barrington Braffett there, but he doesn't remember me. It was Barrington and I who went to Miss Bonita Harris and said, you have to stop this procession. The people of Buxton want him to go through the back dam. Barry might remember me, but we together took hold of that. Yes, that's another one. Took hold of that diversion, that detour. And I remember we were going over a bridge. The guy said, you got to open him, you got to see him, put him down here. I mean, you know, he was their hero. And then we pleaded and said, let him go back to discrimination. The last point I want to make is, and this may sound very controversial, Ronald believed, people might think Ronald was a racist, but Ronald believed that every race must be empowered if they're going to be respected by the other race. And Ronald, Waddell, and Ravi Dev had a very healthy relationship. I know that for sure because he had taken the position that he should reach out to Ravi to say, just as though you're there to empower your race, I will empower mine too. And let's see where we have commonalities. And that is why when I was in another life, when they should have named the person on the Ethnic Relations Commission to be the representative of the private sector, and it was either Ravi Dev or John Williams, I maneuvered and supported Ravi Dev because I knew what Ronald Waddell would have wanted. So these are things that I want to bring to your attention. The last point is that if Ronald were alive, I would have had his size. He was a fitness buff. And I'm telling you, if he didn't die, he would live a long, long life. He used to tell me, come out and walk in the park. I said, Ronald, I got walking clothes. After I hear a knock on my door, here's Ronald, come to me with trunks, t-shirt. He said, we go in the park and walk now. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you for listening.